Addie, it is Sunday sometime. You know, I should just quit doing dates on here because I never post these up after the day of. But it's the beginning, it's like the second week of December. I think it's the 11th or 12th. Just checking in. I'm in Twin Falls, Idaho right now. Kind of reiterating a theme that I've said for quite a few years now, is to find your grounding, to find your balance. In these times now, as they get more and more intense, it is especially important to take care of yourself. And that includes what you're eating. In the nutrition business, the holistic nutrition business that I've been teaching for almost 15 years now, 80% of our body is what we put into it. The other 20% is genetics and exercise. We are what we eat. So if you're cramming your body full of sugar and soda and aspartame and junk food and fast food, it's going to reflect on how you feel, on how you think, on what you're doing, and probably your lifespan as well. And I've talked about that in other videos as well, but it's just, now is the time to really start to focus and ground yourself and do whatever it takes to try to get yourself in optimal condition that you can. Maybe drink a little more water a day. Maybe instead of having that candy bar at night right before bed, you have nothing or a piece of fruit. So it's baby steps. I've talked about meditation, yoga, exercise, anything that can help stimulate your body. Taking time for yourself and just staring out a window, doing a hobby, doing something that takes the mind off of the 60,000 thoughts we have a day. Anything like that that will bring you back to center and help you get grounded. Service work, which I do, is sort of my mission in life now. That is one of the top things that are going to make you feel a heck of a lot better. And that's volunteering locally, helping with the homeless, helping with whatever you can help with. They'll go into old folks' home and maybe if you're a musician, play a couple songs for them. But service work will come back at you 10 times fold. It's a wonderful thing that just folds upon itself. So a lot of these things, but if you look around the world again, as I've said many, many times, we're on fire everywhere. And now is the time to all my friends and even people who don't care much for what I say, if you even watch this, is to let go of the indoctrination, to start thinking for yourself, to start using critical theory and critical thinking and common sense. Start to let go of your ego being attached to a cause or to an ideology, that no matter what happens around you, you're so committed to that ideology that you can't see what's going on right in front of your face. This is sort of a brainwashing cultist sort of thing that happens to people. And I'm talking ideology on religion, on politics, on health, on anything that's going on. Just start to look at the bigger picture. I'm not saying get rid of religion or stop going to church. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying step back and look at a bigger picture that's going on right now. Like if you're Republican or if you're Democrat, you can still be that, but see the bigger picture. Know that everything has problems, can have problems, and everything can be fallible. So if you belong to a party, say you're a hardcore Democrat or a hardcore Republican, just look at it differently and see maybe there might be some issues here, but just start looking into things. Don't take what the mainstream media and our leaders are telling you. Do the research, find out what the truth is on your own, what resonates for you, along with keeping yourself healthy, and you'll start to see a bigger picture. This takes a little bit of work and focus, and a lot of us don't have the time, but do not rely on one source. That's one doctor or one politician or one news source for what is going on, because a lot of them lie, a lot of them aren't telling the truth, a lot of them aren't doing it on purpose. They're educated in ways that there's much more at hand. Like I've said many, many times before, there's multiple options and for COVID treatment. There's multiple options, but the mainstream media and the leaders wanted to force one down our throats. And so it's things of finding out of this nature, multiple options that work for you. And then use your intuition, whatever you want to call it, your discernment, and go down your path of whatever works for you. It's really important now. Things are really, as I've said for a couple of years now, things are blowing up. Look at what's happening with Twitter alone. Now, there's one side saying Elon Musk is a complete madman and he's ruining free speech and there's hatred going on Twitter. That's not true. It doesn't take much research at all to see that that's completely not true, but there's one side trumpeting that because that's all they have. All they try to do is instill fear and projection, projection is basically a tool that's used in propaganda on all sides, that whatever that person's doing, they're projecting on you saying you're doing it. Gaslighting, whatever you want to call it. So Twitter, though, it's coming out. There's hard facts coming out now that can't be spun. And this is, censorship, looking into influencing elections, influencing politicians, taking politicians off of Twitter during races, advertising not being what it is. For instance, if you're paying a bunch for advertising, you were probably paying for bots and not the reach they were telling you. So there's so many levels on Twitter alone that's coming out right now. That's not just illegal, but there'll be lawsuits flying, but other things of that bigger picture I always talk about. Look at it at least look at it, read through it, and see what's going on to expand your vision. Don't just hop on a bandwagon and say, I'm quitting Twitter because it's hate speech and you don't know. Go look at it. If it feels like it's hate speech for you, then quit. But don't follow the Elton Johns of the world and just do something because they told you to. This is the time. One of the themes I've been saying for a few years now since I started doing this is use your discernment. Knowledge is power. Do the research and find what works for you. Start thinking for yourself. And whatever side that is, do it for yourself, not for an ideology or not to follow a party or a person or a leader. Do it for yourself. It's very important because more and more is gurgling to the surface and coming out. And a lot of people are going to be taken by surprise. And I've said this as well. A lot of things what we've been told, I generally speak in generalizations a lot, and it's very loose generalizations, but everything we've been taught and told is a lie. And that's a loose generalization, but a lot of it's starting to come out now, even down to our history, archaeology. Boy, there's a lot coming out. So keep your eyes wide open. Stand on the moon and look down. That's seeing the bigger picture. Take the 40,000-foot view and look down and see what's really going on multiple levels now that are happening, okay? It's going to benefit you in the long run. Be that anchor in the storm and help those around you. And if not, again, people like me are here to help guide through when this literally shit hits the fan, and it's hitting the fan right now. There'll be more to come, but the important message I wanted to give today is find your grounding. I mean, you got nothing to lose to get in better shape anyway, and don't be a resolutionist like New Year's. Don't just go buy a gym membership and go for 2 weeks and then stop. Baby steps. Make lifestyle changes. You'll feel better about yourself. Start doing your own research. Look for alternative news sources. On and on and on. Things that I've talked about ad nauseum. So it's very important. But also enjoy yourself. You can enjoy yourself and have fun and not hold on to things. And now's the time. All right? Anyway, I hope you all are doing well. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.